A price can change even when the number on the shelf does not. That sounds impossible until the product itself becomes part of the measurement. If a package costs the same but contains less, the shopper is paying more for each gram, milliliter, sheet, capsule, or serving. The checkout total may look familiar while the quantity carried home has quietly moved. This is the basic mechanism behind shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is not simply a smaller package. Products change size for many ordinary reasons. The important pattern is a reduction in quantity without an equivalent reduction in price. Instead of moving the shelf label upward, the change appears in net weight, count, or volume. That makes the price movement less visible because people often remember the large number on the shelf more easily than the small quantity printed on the package. Imagine Samira buying a fictional cereal called Morning Squares. For several months, one box contains 600 grams and costs AED 18. The front design is dark blue, the box shape is familiar, and Samira usually takes one without studying every label. Later, the redesigned box still costs AED 18, but its net weight is 510 grams. The price is unchanged. The product quantity has fallen by 90 grams, which is a 15% reduction. Now compare the unit cost. The old box costs AED 3 for each 100 grams. The new box costs about AED 3.53 for each 100 grams. Measured this way, the price has risen by roughly 17.6% even though the shelf tag still says AED 18. The arithmetic is not accusing the product or the buyer of anything. It is translating two differently sized packages into the same measuring unit so the change becomes visible. Quantity also changes how long a purchase lasts. Suppose Samira's household uses 60 grams for a shared breakfast. The old box contains 10 such portions. The new box contains 8.5. The smaller box may therefore return Samira to the shelf sooner. Looking only at the AED 18 checkout line misses that timing effect. Looking at equal portions reveals that the household receives fewer breakfasts for the same immediate spend. This is why memory can be an unreliable price tracker. A remembered price says, this box is still AED 18. It may not remember whether the earlier box held 600 grams, 570 grams, or 510 grams. Packaging can preserve familiar colors, logos, and proportions even when one dimension changes. A taller but narrower box can also look substantial from the front. Net weight is the stable factual label inside that visual noise. A normal price increase in shrinkflation reached the same unit cost question through different routes. If the 600-gram box rises from AED 18 to AED 20, the shelf price announces the change. If the price remains AED 18 while the box falls to 510 grams, quantity announces it. In both cases, comparing cost per 100 grams creates a common scale. Shelf price answers, what leaves the wallet today? Unit price answers, what does an equal amount of product cost? Unit price still needs context. Two cereals may differ in ingredients, quality, waste, convenience, or how much a household actually uses. A larger package is not automatically better if part of it goes stale. A lower unit price is not automatically better if the product does not fit the need. The measure does one narrow job: it separates package size from cost so unlike quantities can be compared without pretending they are equal. Shrinkflation can also affect a household budget without changing the price of any single shopping trip. If the same amount of cereal, detergent, or paper is used over a month, smaller packages may require more frequent replacement. The spending effect appears through purchase frequency rather than one dramatic receipt. This is why a cart can feel as if it empties faster even when several remembered shelf prices have barely moved. The useful lesson is measurement, not suspicion. 3 labels tell 3 different parts of the story: shelf price, net quantity, and unit price. In Samira's example, the shelf price stays at AED 18, the package falls from 600 grams to 510 grams, and the unit cost rises from AED 3 to about AED 3.53 per 100 grams. Once all 3 are placed side by side, the hidden price movement becomes plain. This content is educational only, not financial advice.